Blizzard has dropped some 10.07 PTR patch notes, okay? And there's been some big overhauls in the talent trees for some classes. Some classes really haven't gotten anything yet, but this is a start. And it seems like, to me, they're trying to tighten up the talent trees a little bit. So, I mean, some classes, some specs don't really have good talents. They're never picked. So it seems like they want to kind of make more interesting options, clean up maybe some of the ones that they don't want, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so Return to the Forbidden Reach. In a future PTR build, players return to the Forbidden Reach to learn more about the story of the Drakthir Evoker awakening with the defeat of Razagath has been secured. The zone includes... Okay, cool, there's a new zone. That's it. Skipping that part. New class expands to new races. So the monk class expands to new races. You can be a Lightforged Draenei, a Worgen, and a Goblin monk. I'm going Goblin monk, personally. I'm going to be a Goblin Windwalker monk. It's something that I've wanted for a very long time, and I, for one, am excited to have an extra kind of leap for mobility. I'm going to be a Goblin monk instantly. There's no doubt about it. Lightforged Draenei and Worgen monk NPCs have made their homes in Stormwind. Goblin monk NPCs can be found in Kazan, Bilgewater Cartel, and a Goblin monk NPC selling sage advice in Orgrimmar. All right, let's get into the class changes. I don't know everything about these classes, so I'll just read them out, and if they make sense to you, great. I'll try to make sense of it all. Unholy Epidemic has swapped places with Unholy Blight, so some changes in the talent tree. Pestilence implementation has been updated to better reflect the functionality of the tooltip. Okay. Rotten Touch duration increased to 10 seconds, was 6 seconds. Runic Mastery also increases Runic Corruption rune generation by an additional 10/20%. Commander of the Dead has been updated to always buff your nearby Gargoyle or Dark Arbiter and Army of the Dead ghouls for 30 seconds using Dark Transformation. Previous implementation of Commander of the Dead had too many edge cases where it would not always buff your minions, or the window was too tight and created less than ideal rotational impact. We have instead updated to be an aura around the Death Knight for the duration that will always buff their Gargoyle or Army of the Dead ghoul regardless of when they spawned in after. Okay. People are saying that those are amazing changes that they like. So wonderful. Protector of the Pack cap now restores 400% of the Druid spell power for Balance, Feral, and Guardian, and 300% spell power for Restoration. Okay. New talent, Tranquil Mind, increases Omen of Clarity's chance to activate clear casting to 5%, and clear casting can stack one additional time. Right? New talent, Deep Focus. When Moonfire, Rake, Rip, or Rejuvenation are active on a single target, their effects are increased by 40%. Embrace of the Dream now also triggers on targets with the Regrowth Heal over time effect. Regenerative Heartwood now also extends the duration of Ironbark by 4 seconds. Natural Wisdom is now a baseline effect on Innervate for Rested Druids, no longer increases mana regeneration by 5%, and the additional Innervate's effectiveness has been reduced to 50%, was 100%. Okay. Improved Wild Growth has now been moved to a new location. Cultivation has been moved to improve Wild Growth's previous location. Nourish has moved to Cultivation's previous location. Tranquil Minds occupies Nourish. I'd say this is something, there's a lot of word jumble. I need to actually see a talent tree and understand the talent tree to really know it. And I'm not familiar with the talent trees, but if you know Druid, this makes sense to you. Tranquil Mind occupies Nourish location. A Forest Flow, Wild Synthesis choice nodes have moved to a new location. Embrace of the Dream and Budding Leaves has swapped location. Germination of the Power of the Arc Druid has swapped location. Invigorate is no longer a choice node with Power of the Arch Druid and has moved. Power of the Arch Druid is now a choice node with Undergrowth. Circle of Life and Death is now a choice with Deep Focus. Okay, wonderful. I don't know what any of that means, but that's what it is. Evoker. Drakthir's racial ability, Chosen Identity, will now also cause the Drakthir to automatically assume their Visage when they resurrect. Wow. Drakthir now know the aerial halt ability, like Dragonline Drakes, that allows them to significantly reduce their movement speed. Okay. Draconic Legacy now increases stamina. Okay, that's a buff. Get a little bit more stamina. Foci of the Life has been redesigned. Renewing Blaze restores more quickly, causing damage you take to be healed back over 4 seconds. Okay, that's good. So that's going to be a little bit better for keeping yourself alive during boast moments. It's going to be more healing. So that's a good little buff. Ancient Flame has been redesigned. Casting Emerald Blossom or Verdant Embrace reduces the cast time of your next Living Flame. So it used to be casting a Living Flame reduced the cast time of your Living Flame, and now it's casting Emerald Blossom and Verdant Embrace. So that's interesting. Makes it easier to actually have access to that talent. Ancient Flame has been moved to Roar of Exhilaration. Okay, Roar of Exhilaration has been removed. Verdant Embrace healing increased. Okay, a little bit more healing. This is a huge change. So Mistweaver Monks, Thunder Focus Tea now causes Enveloping Mist to be instant. That's a huge change. One of the biggest problems with Mistweaver Monk is you don't have that much instant healing. The other problem with Mistweaver Monk is everything you do is dispellable, which sucks. But this is definitely going to help against non-dispelling teams. I really feel like Mistweaver Monks need some sort of dispel protection or dispels need like nerfed, because like I'm telling you, man, just getting your enveloping spam purge and your renewing mist spam purge is just completely ridiculous. But yeah, this is a great change. Protection, Faith and Light's block value increased. Focused Enmity has been redesigned. When Avenging Shield strikes a single enemy, it deals additional holy damage. Corrected tooltip error with the Light of the Titan seal over time effect. Retribution, a major rework. Yeah, Rets are getting the huge rework. We made a video about that. If you guys want, you guys can obviously check out the link and read through all the stuff that they're doing with the Retribution Paladin. I'm curious to see what they do. Discipline fixed an issue causing expiation to deal more damage than intended and ignore damage reduction effects. Oh, a little nerf for the Discipline Priest, huh? All right, big Shaman changes. Earth Elemental and Primal Earth Elemental no longer taunt or pulse to enemies the Shaman not in combat with. Earth Elemental and Primal Earth Elemental no longer taunt or pulse to enemies that are attacking. Okay. Astral Shift duration increased to... Oh my god, that's huge. Okay, so Plains Traveler... Okay, so they basically... Okay, that makes sense. They buffed it to like a baseline. Astral Bulwark now reduces damage taken by an additional 20%. Oh, wow. Improved Lightning Bolt removed. Thunderstorm has been moved to improve Lightning Bolt's position. Lightning Bolt damage increased by 20% for all specializations. For all specializations? Go with the Flow now reduces the cooldown of Spirit Walk by 10-20. Oh my god. Okay, they buff Spirit Walk. Thunderous Pause can now trigger once every 20 seconds. Oh my god! What? That's fucking crazy change. Poison Cleansing Totem now removes all poison effects from the target. Was 1. Ah, what the heck? And Feeblement now applies during Hex and lasts for 6 seconds after Hex ends. Enfeeblement. Enfeeblement Shaman. Wow. Oh, wow. 70% snare on your Hex now. All right. That's a long snare. Ancestral Wolf Affinity has been moved to the class tree and removed from all. Okay. Focus Insight has moved to enhance elemental specializations. Okay. Boiling Currents has been redesigned to increase the healing damage healing stream and Cloudburst Totem by 10 or 20%. Several talents have moved positions in the class talent tree. Healing Stream Totem has swapped position with Spirit Walker's Grace. Swirling Currents is swapped with okay. Ancestral's Guidance, okay. Swap Earth Shield is swapped with Earth Elemental. Elemental Orbit has moved under the Earth Shield and Talent Tree. Starter builds have been updated for all 3 specializations. And then kind of for Restoration Shaman, Lightning Bolt got buffed, Chain Lightning got buffed, Wellspring Healing reduced, Water Shield has been removed from the Talent Tree and is now learned at level 12, so you just get that baseline. Resurgence has been moved to, okay. Current Control reduces the cooldown of Healing Tide Totem by 30 seconds. Oh my god. Tide Turner, the lowest health target of Healing Tide Totem is healed for 30% more and receives 15% more healing. That's massive. New talent, temporary name, increases the duration radius of Mana Tide Totem. New talent, Spirit Walker's Title Totem. After using Mana Tide, the cast time of Healing Wave and Chain Heal is reduced and the mana cost. Oh wow, that's pretty nice. Big Shaman buffs, dude. Flow the Tides now grants an additional bounce of Chain Heal. Okay, Unleashed Life now converts 40% of Wellspring's healing to an Absorb. Holy shit. Ever-Rising Tide has been removed. Downpour has been moved to Ever-Rising Tide. Nature's Focus has been removed. PP Talent Tidebringer has been moved to Nature's Focus position as a 2 Tidebringer. That's I think that's a Healing Tide totem. That's crazy, man. Connection has been added between Tidebringer and Primal Tide. Chain Heal's tooltip has been updated to indicate his jump distance. Okay. Call of Thunder has been removed. Stormkeeper has been moved to Call of Thunder's position. Acid Rain and Overflowing Shores are no longer a choice node. Acid Rain remains at positional and Overflowing Shores. Okay, interesting. All right, Shaman. Those Shaman changes are crazy, man. This is the kind of change that I want to see for Mage and Monk and Mistweaver Monk too. Windwalker Monk, Mistweaver Monk, all 3 specs of Mage. I hope we get something like this. I would be so happy. Dragon Ratting, discover new Dragon Ratting glyphs. Okay. Some new abilities, new customizations. Put your Dragon Riding skills to the test with new races. Dragon Riding race world quests have a new icon. Fixed an issue where spell visuals, such as Shadow Form and Glyph of the Stars, Moonkin Form, are being applied to dragons while customizing the rostrum of transformation. Okay. Don't care. Player versus player. So this is actually really interesting for player versus player. Tranquility healing is now increased by 100% while in arena combat. So they buffed Tranquility healing by 100%. And then they made it so Keeper of the Grove has been reduced to 20%. So it's still a buff. So basically you don't, if you want just normal Tranquility healing, You don't have to get Keeper of the Grove, but if you do, it's 20% more. So that's big. Mistweaver Monk's Revival is... The Revival buff is crazy to me because Revival already felt good. Now Revival is just an AoE lay on hands. I am convinced that Revival is just an AoE lay on hands. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Doubling the healing of Revival seems really crazy / strong. Shaman, Healing Tide Totem now... Healing Tide Totem healing is now increased by 100%. Oh, they buffed Healing Tide Totem by 100% too? Living Tide reduces the cooldown of Healing Tide Totem by 60 seconds, was 90 seconds, and it heals for 25% more each time it pulses. Okay, so they buffed Healing Tide Totem, but they made Living Tide not as strong. Crazy, man. And then they did some profession stuff, some stuff with engineering, but yeah, really interesting to see some of the approaches they're taking with the talent trees. I'm super excited to see more, and I really hope, at the risk of sounding biased, I'm happy for Rets, I'm happy for Shaman, I'm glad people are getting reworks. I would love to see the Mage talent tree, like some things in the Mage talent tree fixed. I think that would be awesome. I would just, I'm stoked. It's these constant changes to me that keep the game really fresh and fun, right? Like experimenting with new builds and new metas, and it's really awesome to see. I feel like they've been moving through the content so quickly. I feel like we're constantly getting new and updated stuff, and it's been my favorite thing about Dragonflight, I think.